Hello, 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 and welcome to Gangleized Treasures. This is part 2 of Where Will I End Up? And I ended up at the bins. I stopped at Cane's, and this is just one of those strange things about St. Louis. And got a tea, half lemonade, my Arnold Palmer. And was gonna go to the bathroom, and there's a keypad lock on the bathroom door. So somebody that worked there was standing right there, and I said, oh, do I have to go get a code to get in the bathroom? And he says, yeah, but there's somebody in there. And then he gives me the code, and I'm thinking, you have a keypad lock on the bathrooms? Maybe it's because they're downtown. But, and maybe this is just a big city thing, because I don't remember this in Kansas City or St. Louis or Cincinnati any of the times that we've gone there. You walk into a grocery store and there's a security guard. You walk into an Aldi's, well, that would be a grocery store too, but since it's a discount, there's a security guard. Sometimes when you walk into Dollar General or Dollar Tree, there's a security guard. And we stopped at Taco Bell one night on the way home from looking at houses, and the inside of the store was closed. You could only go through the drive-thru, and it was like 6 o'clock. I've never been in a town that has so many locks and so many security guards and so many police officers all over the place. And sometimes the security guards are a police officer. Sometimes at the gas station there's a police officer. We stopped at a gas station and there was a police officer. And I can say that there are times and places here in St. Louis where I'm very uncomfortable for my own safety. People are people, and I didn't see anybody, but sometimes you just, it's like you can walk into a room and you know that somebody's been fighting. And sometimes we drive by a house like, this neighborhood doesn't feel right. Doesn't have anything to do with who lives there. We don't know anybody that lives there. Haven't seen anybody. It's just a feeling. And you tell me my feelings are crazy if you want to. But it's like I said, it's strange. It's something new and different to get used to. Another reason why it makes me want to live outside of this metropolitan area. But sorry for that rant. If you live here in St. Louis and it's just normal for you, let me know how long it took you for it to be normal for you. Welcome. This is part 2 of the bins, as I said, and if you're new to the channel, my family and I, a lot of times lately, it's just me. Go on thrifting adventures looking for things, vintage and mid-century modern, antique. As I said in part 1, if you hadn't seen that, you need to go back and check that out. I can drool over an oak table or a walnut table. But antiques are big and bulky, and they are not selling for near what they used to sell for. And if I bought antiques, I would buy them to flip locally. And when I went to Goodwill for part 1 and now for part 2, I'm going to change hands. It might wiggle the phone a little bit. My thought pattern was mid-century modern, vintage. And in part 1, I was very disappointed, as you heard in the outro. But this is the intro, and we're going to head into part 2, and we are still looking at hard goods. And if my shoulder can take it, we may look at some clothes. But stick around. I'll see you in the blink of an eye. So this time I'm going to do with the noise. There were a lot more people there earlier making a lot more noise, and maybe some of you would like to know what the noise is like. me know whether you like it or not. So I'm continuing to dig in the bins. I'm about halfway through. I thought this was a really cool toolbox. I was hoping there was something fantastic inside. There wasn't. This is a button wrench to hook up on your tractor when you pull something. It was really neat, but it was really, really heavy. Should I have looked it up? Let me know in the comments. That was probably an old plastic gray truck. I don't know. Should I have looked it up? I don't know. Sometimes I come in the Goodwill bins and there's just so much stuff and I'm thinking about one thing and I may miss something. And let me know. And again, I'm trying to dig to the bottom. What I have found is that sometimes some of the coolest stuff is on the bottom. And as many people as were there, they had 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 6 or 8 rows, double lined, one beside each other, probably 6 or 8 deep. So there were people all over the place, and all of us found stuff. A biscuit. I seriously thought about getting him, not for resale. I thought about getting him for the kid that I need. And those were those puzzles that you put on the floor. They're a really cool idea, but they get filthy. I had them when I was a teacher, and they just get filthy so easily. I was hoping this was a Squishable. It's not. It's one of those pillow pets. It's cute, but I already know it doesn't sell for much. So on we go. Now, are these sides to something? Because they look like safety rails, or are they shelves to something? This looks like it was a rice cooker, but it doesn't have the top, so it's not going to help me. Some kind of decor, maybe a squash. Something squish. Oh, there's a rooster. Looks like it needs to be up on top of a barn, but it's missing the other bars. It's got the north and south. It needs the east and west. This was really cute sewing basket, but it was broken. And a glasses case. And sometimes there are glasses in the glasses case. This time there was not. And sometimes the glasses can sell really well. If you find Michael Kors or Oakley's or some of those name brand ones. I don't even know all the name brand ones. And sometimes even if they're prescription glasses, people buy them not for the prescription, they buy them for the frame, and then they have their own prescription put in there. These papers are going in my bag for Ramanda. This is not American Mystery Stories. That was kind of nice, but more papers for Ramanda. But it was a very generic print. More papers for Ramanda. She does a lot of collage artwork, and she cuts out the little tiny pieces and builds and builds and builds layers and layers. Cardboard, something. This was cute. Should I have gotten it? But you know, Valentine's Day is over. Maybe if I found it in January, I would have gotten it. Oh, there's the lid for that rice pot. Cords. There's always cords. This is the first time I've seen cork in the bins. But I'm not surprised. More stuffed animals, green hair. I don't know what it goes to. I should have looked to see if that belt was leather. Leather belts can sell well. Plastic, I thought it was going to be glass. This was some that mass-produced artwork. This had a bunch of little tiny toys in it, and I didn't know if they were erasers or if they went to a certain show. But since they were in the Ziploc, I decided to put them in my bag, and I will look them up later. If you haven't seen part 1, you need to go back and check it out. There were no carts because there were so many people, and the noise and the talking was a lot. And so This one you just get to hear more of the noise of one person being in there. Oh, look, a hairdryer. Now, if you can find the designer hair dryers or straighteners or curlers, those can sell well, but the generic Walmart, Target ones, not so well. Because you can go to Walmart and get, this was some hair lotion, serum, something. Yeah, I should have looked it up. And the hard part about going to the bins is you kind of have to hurry, and you have to look, and you have to make quick decisions on what you're gonna take and what you're not gonna take. A little giraffe. There's another leather belt and notebooks. I was really surprised at how many bags, grocery bags, suitcases, computer bags, purses that there were. Was more than normally even at this Goodwill. Now this Goodwill is different. I probably have talked about it in all my videos. But this Goodwill opens up at 10, has all fresh carts throughout the whole building. It's a very big place. And then they shut down at 1, and they open back up at 3 with all new fresh carts throughout the whole building. And then they close at 6. It's not an every hour they trade out some carts, which I like because this place is so big. It took me 2 hours just to go through the hard good bins. I didn't make it back to the books or the CDs or the glass or the furniture. And that is baby chair, those little bouncy ones. And that's a remote. I probably should have picked up the remote, I can tell you that, and at least checked it out. A lot of those, they're lightweight. They ship easy, they're easy to store. And how many of y'all have lost a remote or have had a child lose a remote? These are decorative wicker balls. And again, I was hoping it was a squishable, but it wasn't. Lots of colored pencils. I picked up enough of those colored pencils. This is a air filter, I believe. That is a suggestion box or money box. Baby dolls, puzzles, games, Tupperware. There's a Christmas rug that I probably should have gotten. Oh, those little birdies, you wind them up and they go walking across the floor. Probably goes chirp, 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 chirp too. But I did not mess with it long enough. A beautiful Christmas dress. I didn't get what size it was for it with kids. Do any of you sell kids clothes? And this, I'm trying to figure out what's inside because I really don't want to open it. And it looks like yarn. So the purse is going to stay there. This is part of a Barbie vase that has come apart. Lots of Christmas lights. Lots and lots of Christmas lights, but they're all tangled. They're tangled too much. That is that is a vintage crib. Don't know how much they charge for furniture. I probably should have found that out before I passed on that. This is part of paper shredder. That would have been a really nice basket. I have one like it. Would have been nice to have, but it's all smashed. Smashed a bit. That is probably stainless steel. Doesn't have a patina to it. A body pillow. A Franklin glove that unfortunately had somebody's name on it. Even though it was a child's. Baseball gloves do sell, and this time of the year you need to be looking for baseball gloves, baseballs, golf clubs, tennis equipment, all that kind of stuff, because people are going to start thinking about being outside more. A little happy face, a little squishy, a little tiny, oh, letters, huh? I don't know what you'd use this for. Anyway, I was talking about the little tiny bowl there. Do we need that at my house? No, we don't. There is a whole playpen. Still trying to get down to the bottom. Another little, oh, he's a little dinosaur with wings. A mop. is this? I couldn't figure it out. I just sent it. Bicycle, helmet, a basketball. I think it's a purple pig. Oh, it's a bank. It's a fuzzy bank, which is kind of cute, but it doesn't have much resale value. There's netting. What kind of netting is this? Not the kind of netting I need. Tumblers, toys. Going to the bins is even more of a treasure hunt than going to the Goodwill, because things are actually in the bins. You never know what you're going to find. I have found money. I have found sterling silver. And on the same occasion, I found all of this in one purse. There were even some pills in this purse. I was like, somebody didn't check the purses. So if you run across purses and you have the time, you might want to check it. It's an air conditioner and hangers. I was going to say slotted spoons, but it doesn't have slots in it. It has holes in it. Spoon a widow piggy. He's not ceramic either, or pottery. He's plastic. A dinosaur. Amanda's looking for a lizard. Look, an umbrella, a fireman's hat that's all tore up, hangers, plastic sheet protectors. Ugh, my tongue is getting tired, sorry. A really cute glass, and it's a glass. I was really surprised that it was in here. So I'm gonna set it over here where it's gonna be safe. More hangers, and the thing about the hangers is they get so tangled up with anything, whether it's material or electrical cords. Just get tangled. I did check that book, even though it was quite modern, and it doesn't work. Open it up. The light comes on, but it doesn't say what it's supposed to say. Oh, maybe there'd be some really cool stuff in there. I don't know who that is. Who's an alligator that drives a car in the cartoons? Some of the older ones I know. And a baseball. And see, I passed it up. I was thinking about other things instead of thinking about spring and what are people going to be looking for. That is a tape deck. That is an 8-track tape. Oh my gosh. Didn't even realize what that was. But see, it's like there's so much to look at, and like I said, you have to think and you have to go fast. Because if somebody's ahead of you, they might be getting the one thing that you're looking for. There's even a diaper in there. Thank goodness it's not a used diaper. That is a pillow, which was still in the plastic and probably wouldn't have cost very much, but it does not have much resale value. Lots of notebooks I found today. I guess somebody didn't need the diapers and they didn't think about donating it to a hospital or a child care center or church. I couldn't figure out what these were. They look like the covers to speakers. Little white fence. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute with a little kitty on it? This is gonna go in my pack, but it's not for resale. It's for a friend of mine. And we're gonna go on to the next bin. And a box, some cords, some kind of charger. That might be the cord to the rice maker. And this, I tried to get the date on the bottom and wondered if maybe I should have taken it. Wonder if I should have put it in my pack. And this is a dog toy. And it still works, and it's going in my pack for my dogs. I have 3. We have an Aussie Collie. He's a toy size. He was supposed to be a mini, but he was the runt, so I call him a toy size. His name is Kansas City Mac. We have Aussie Lab, who's a medium size. He's a mini, and he is squizzy. And then we have a Bisla golden retriever, He's about 75 pounds and he thinks he's a lap baby. So the 3 dogs like to do the puzzles. There is a lampshade, but there's only one, and I need 2. I need 2 lampshades that match. Anybody in the St. Louis area, I need 2 lampshades that match. Beige, green would be preferable. Look, there's a dog bed. You get a dog bowl, a dog bed, and dog toys. And a light bulb. I am amazed that that light bulb is still intact. Okay, we've walked across. We're going to another bin. And since there were no carts, I found a large backpack in the first or second bin that I went through. So I have it on my back, and when I went to check out, the stuff that I had measured 23 pounds. And that fresh coffee, fresh daily, and a baby seat, a Christmas book. I was really interested in the Christmas book, but the buttons didn't work. Should I have brought it anyway? Just because it wouldn't have cost much, and seeing whether getting new batteries would have made it work. At this point, I'm getting a little tired. This is about 1.5, 2 hours in. That is a gorgeous hot pad. I don't know why I didn't get it for my friend, because I got her the other hot pad. It would have made sense. Oh, is it a squishing? Nope. It's not a squishing. Cutting board. I have one just like it. And that looks like it was the Balance, maybe? Yeah. Just keep digging. I'm like Dory, just keep swimming. What I ended up doing was turning the volume down to between 30 and 45%. Otherwise, you would not have been able to hear me talk. Another dog toy, it does go in my pack. And there is a step stool. Lots of people could use a step stool, but it's plastic, so it's nothing special. And the little can cozy, I also put in my pack, but that is for Mac. So for Kansas City Mac, that's one of his favorite things to chew on. I should have gotten that stainless steel container. It did have the lid. Let me tell you, the best thing ever is ice cold spring water in a stainless steel cup. I don't know what it does or why, but it's just about my favorite drink. So I'm trying to hold on to stuff, hold the pack on my back, and have stuff under my arm, and lean across and dig through the bins. There's plates, there's metal bowls, lots of notebooks, pens and pencils down in the bottom, red, white, and blue bear. This looks like an air fryer, but it doesn't have the tray that goes in. There's that bird again. Are there 2 birds? I haven't gone through this bit. This is a different bit. And there's 2 birds in there. Alphabet dice game. And there's my shoes on the floor. So, of course, you know that this will be a good place for a sticker. And I just wanted to do a quick little outro for you and tell you thank you so much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. And we are somewhere above 80 subscribers. And as we've always said, when we get to 100, we will be dropping our first merch. So please hit that subscription button, hit that notification button, because right now, living in the void of moving, which we're a little settled into the Airbnb, and I do know where my socks are, but we are still in the process of looking for a house, which is almost like having another job. And we still have to go back to Indiana to pick up the rest of our stuff and get it moved here and put it in storage. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my the business account is, of course, Gangleized Treasures, and my personal account is The Puppers and Me, if you're interested in any of our Aussies, and or Rib, who is as I said, a Wiesla mix. And then, of course, Sophie is part of the pack now. Be sure and hit that notification button, because we are in the this void of moving. We don't have all of our stuff. Part of our stuff is in storage. A little bit. Some of it is Indiana. We don't have a house yet. The videos are not quite coming out on time as usual. Usually it's Wednesdays and Fridays. Last week was Wednesday only. Friday we were looking at a house, and Saturday we made an offer on a house. We were looking at multiple houses on Friday. Saturday we did make an offer on a house. Sunday we found out we did not get it. So that was the second house that we've put a bid on here and have not gotten, which has made the search go on and on. And so we are in that void of moving longer than we had even anticipated. So please be sure and go ahead and hit that notification button, because like today's video will be coming out on Monday. I was wanting to get it out on Friday, but that didn't happen. Amanda was sick, and let's see. Oh, and my other iPad died. I had to get a brand new iPad. So this section here is being recorded on my new iPad. So if you see a difference in the pixelation or in the quality of the picture, that is why. Please let me know if you do. All the rest of the video was recorded on my phone. But as always, remember, you're blessed to be a blessing. So go out and make today a great day.